Yo, welcome back everyone. What's up? We got another market recap for today. And yeah, I'll be explaining everything. So yeah, let me get started. So first thing, obviously start off on the daily time frame. Come here, and I didn't see much today. I don't need to always see something. If I don't see much, I move on. Daily time frame doesn't, most times it doesn't do much for me. I just want to see it just to, just to look at it and, not miss anything that could be there. You know what I'm saying? Like yesterday, how we had a very obvious daily fair value gap, which got filled, right? And I told you guys that in the video. So, all right, listen, the 4 hour here actually helps me most times. And immediately what I see is that we have very strong drawn liquidity. Like market opened somewhere around, or no, market opened somewhere around here where it had already taken both of these highs out, and then just what's the next high after that? Okay, if we're bullish, we're disrespecting bearish, so this fair value gap right here. And as you guys can, so we disrespected the bearish, and we're like, we're not tapping off any fair value gaps on the 4 hour, but as you can see, we're just very bullish. The reason we're not tapping is just because there's no there's no fair value gaps to tap off of to say like, oh, basically we're disrespecting bearish. Okay, now we should be respecting bullish. Okay, there's not really any bullish thing to respect. So just look at price. You see very strong 4 hour candle. This is the next high that we're going towards. Okay. We're not going to come all the way down here. From here, we're not going to do this. That's not going to happen. That's literally just not going to happen. Like, the price isn't going to do that. Like, it's just not going to do any of that, right? So, same for NQ, same for ES, right? Zoom down now, or zoom in now, since we know what the overall is. Zoom in now. All right, so we're zoomed into the 1 hour. What do I see around here? Oh, there's also 1 hour gap. Okay, it's the closest thing on the 1 hour time frame, right? And now I'm trying to see this. Okay, we said price not going to come all the way down here. You know, it's the closest 4 hour fair value gap low. No, I'm saying it's this here is the all right, look, I try to understand what I'm saying here. So this is the closest 4 hour like area that I could target. I target either fair value gaps or liquidity, right? There's no fair value gaps, and this is the nearest liquidity point. We're not going to do that. So let's go on the 1 hour, see where are the nearest liquidity points and fair value gaps on the 1 hour this time, right? Because it's more zoomed in, so there's going to be more of them. Okay. There's this 1 hour low. Price isn't doing that. This hadn't even been created yet, so just forget about all this. Okay, we have a 1 hour fair value gap. It's relatively close to where price is in the opening of the New York market. But that's it. That's all I have on the 1 hour, right? All right. I don't need to have more. Okay, cool. Same, yeah. So now I'm gonna zoom in again, 15 minute. I'm gonna see. Okay, remember. So I just keep zooming in and finding things that are closer to where current price is. So current price is here. Current price is right here. Okay. There's a 15 minute fair value gap. Keep in mind, this hadn't been created, right? So I'm talking about just at market open. Right then. Okay. There's this 15 minute fair value gap. Higher up here. Do you see anything? I don't see anything. We have this 15 minute gap, but it's literally the 1 hour gap. It's the same thing. No other things. Keep in mind the fact that we have like, relative equal highs, but that happens often, so it's not a big thing for me, but whatever. That's all I have on the 15 minute here. Same for ES. Okay. Again, when we're this bullish, what am I expecting? Immediately, I want a market open price to go lower, and then take out this high here. Take out this here. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Now, last thing I need to do, go on the 5-minute time frame. And so I go on the 5-minute time frame, and I see, all right, now we have this 5-minute gap, but honestly, the 15-minute gap is already close enough. I don't need to mark out this 5-minute gap. It's whatever. The 5-minute, I usually use like things that have happened after the market has opened, not before, because there's just way too many of them. There's like 1,000 gaps. I'm not doing all that. Since I trade like the first hour and a half of open, the 5-minute like highs and lows and fair value gaps that I created then, price really follows. Like if it respects them, it'll go in the direction, right? So I'm helping you guys out there. So I keep in mind always, I'm for 5-minute, I will mark out after they've been made. So far at 9:30, I'm like there's nothing to mark out, but I definitely will in like 10 minutes. Okay, and that's exactly what I did because there's a 5-minute gap right here. All right. Cool. Wow. Now 1-minute time frame. We go and we see this. So market opens. Literally what I said happened. 9:30 lower. And we tap into this 15-minute. I'm gonna be honest. That's not enough for me. I don't really like this. Why? Because, bro, we're this bullish pre-market. And you're trying to tell me, like, because the thing is, like, when I'm talking about I want to push lower, I'm talking about I want a couple candlesticks to close below, right? Like, fake out people, like, think we're going to go short, something like that. Like the first 1 minute of open, to have just a wick, you're not, and this wick is huge as well. Like, you're not giving me much to do anything with. Okay, but it does happen where, we go low, we go higher here. I enter off those purely. Okay, Why didn't I take this? There's no, this is what I'm talking about. There's no structure, in the trade, basically. All right, look, let's say price went, lower, okay? And it went a little bit higher, and then a little bit lower, a little bit higher. So, we made some highs here while going lower. Okay, now I have some highs and stuff to put a take profit, to put a break even. Whereas here, there's two things wrong. Number one, it's using a pre-market 1-minute fair value gap, which I don't really do. Because, again, there's so many of them. I only use, when it comes to the 1-minute and the 5-minute, I like using after the market has opened, because those are like actual ones that get respected. This could very well just do this and then just dump, And also, it's the first, literally the first minute of market open. That's way too early. But this is a good setup. On the 30-second time frame, this is a good setup. On the 1-minute, this is not a good setup. I'm like, where do you put your stop loss? Like your TP, you're just putting a blind TP here. I don't know. Anyway, but I'm not, just trade how you want to trade. I'm not telling you what to do. Okay, cool. There's so many opportunities either way. Then we go up immediately. What do I want to see? I want to see, a continuation move. So after this, pull back lower, up. So we make a nice move up here. Cool. Can't do anything about, I'm not, enter off what? Here I can't enter. There's no fair value gap. We didn't inverse anything. Then we go sideways. Not good to know. Okay, cool. Can't do anything there. Then we go up. Now I'm thinking, all right, yeah, this is not good price action today, boys. See, I kind of already know. So 18 minutes into this session, I kind of already know how it's gonna go. Then we go lower. This is a possible entry right here. This inverse. But can you see why I don't take that? because like there's literally no like we have this, whatever this is even called. Like what's the TP? What's the reasoning for going lower? Like okay, you could let's see. Oh, awesome. There's a 5-minute unfilled 5-minute gap. Number one, I wouldn't enter that because this 5-minute isn't even inverse. That's to get started off with. The better entry would have been here. Bro, I don't like when person does this. Okay, and my stop loss has to be that big. So now all of a sudden, what am I doing? In order for me to get at least a 1-to-1, I'm doing this. What's the problem with this? I'm no longer just targeting a 5-minute. This take profit here means the 5-minute would have to get inversed or near inversed for me to profit. So, when we say target unfilled fair value gaps, we mean, here, maybe a little bit into it. Not past halfway. Because then price could very well just bounce it and go up. And also when you do that, you're kind of setting yourself up for, oh, this is going to be a break-even trade. Why are you even taking it at that point? So this doesn't make much sense to me. Okay, and then from there, since the move down doesn't make much sense to me, we do all this without me getting in anything. Now we're in an awkward position of nothing. I mean, okay, so we didn't take out a single hourly drawn liquidity. This would have been clean, right? This would have been super nice. If we went up, maybe a slight retrace, then targeted it. We don't do that. We just come down here to like a random point because we also don't even come down here anymore, right? So we don't. It's not that we came down and took out the 15-minute intermediate low, possible long opportunity. We just go here in the middle of. Here is just nothing. It's just a gap. Not even. It's just a big wick where we're at. So then, from here, I was basically off. No point of longing. Because what else happens? Okay? What else happens? We just inverse a 15-minute. So we're telling me we just inverse a 15-minute. So this is both a 15-minute and a 5-minute that we inversed. You want me to now go long? How does that make any sense? Even if we inverse this 5-minute, which we did, long still don't make sense. And then from there, you can see what happened. Okay, so I took no trades again, right? You guys can see the thought process, or what I was thinking. Everything behind everything, and that's it. That's it. There will definitely be a couple opportunities this week. It's Tuesday, Wednesday. I mean, like, I'm open. I'm gonna. There's always opportunities. There's always opportunities in the market. There just always is. That's not a problem of mine. Like not taking trades for 2 days. Like I take trades most days. You guys just don't see it, but I do. So I don't really care about this. That's gonna be it. That's all the analysis that I had into this day. So I'll thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.